Once upon a time, there was a scholar named Liu Yanchang, also called Liu Xiang, courtesy name Yanchang, who was on his way to the capital for the imperial examination. Along the way, he decided to visit Mount Hua. Atop the mountain stood a sacred temple dedicated to a goddess known as the Third Holy Mother, also called the Third Lady of Mount Hua, niece of the Jade Emperor and younger sister of the Erlang God. She was beautiful, kind, and passionate. Since being assigned to Mount Hua by the Queen Mother of the West, she had lived a lonely and secluded life. One day, while dancing and singing to pass the time, she saw a scholar walk into the temple. Startled, she quickly ascended her lotus throne and transformed herself into a statue. When Liu Xiang entered the hall, he was immediately captivated by the statue's beauty, grace, and tranquility. He thought to himself how wonderful it would be to marry such a woman, though she was just a lifeless statue. Overcome by emotion, Liu Xiang took out his brush and ink and wrote a heartfelt poem on the wall, expressing his love and admiration for the Third Lady. The goddess, watching in silence, was deeply moved. The scholar was so handsome and refined, his words so sincere and affectionate. She, too, felt drawn to him. But how could a heavenly goddess and a mortal man ever be together? Still, unable to suppress her emotions, she made a bold decision to defy the heavenly rules and marry Liu Xiang. She transformed into a mortal woman, caught up with Liu Xiang, revealed her true feelings, and the two fell deeply in love and became husband and wife. As Liu Xiang's exam date approached, the Third Lady, now pregnant, reluctantly bid him farewell. Before parting, Liu Xiang gave her a family heirloom made of agar wood, Chenxiang, and said, "If our child is a boy, name him Chenxiang." The couple parted sorrowfully after walking together for 18 miles. Liu Xiang passed the exam and was appointed as a magistrate in Yangzhou. However, disaster struck the Third Lady. At the time, the Queen Mother of the West was holding a grand peach banquet in heaven, and all immortals were expected to attend. The Third Lady, using her pregnancy as an excuse, remained on Mount Hua. Her brother, the Erlang God, soon discovered the truth and was furious. He accused her of violating celestial law by marrying a mortal and decided to capture her. Though she possessed a powerful treasure, the Lotus lantern, gifted by the Queen Mother, and capable of subduing any demon or deity, Erlang God knew he couldn't defeat her directly. So he ordered his celestial hound to steal the lantern while she was resting. Powerless without her lantern, the Third Lady was imprisoned under Mount Hua's Black Cloud Cave. There, she gave birth to a son, Chenxiang. Fearing for his safety, she secretly pleaded with a yaksha to deliver the baby to Yangzhou and entrust him to Liu Xiang. As Chenxiang grew older and learned the truth about his mother's imprisonment, he became determined to rescue her. But his father, being a mere scholar, could do nothing to help. So Chenxiang left home on his own and journeyed to Mount Hua, enduring countless hardships. At only 8 years old, he wandered aimlessly, not knowing where to find his mother. He broke down in tears, his cries echoing through the valley, attracting the attention of the kind-hearted Thunder Immortal. Hearing Chenxiang's story, the Immortal sympathized with the suffering goddess and the brave child, though he had no solution himself. Instead, he brought Chenxiang back to his cave and began training him in strategy, martial arts, and magical transformations. By the time Chenxiang turned 16, he had mastered 73 transformations and great combat skills. On his birthday, He bid his master farewell and set off to rescue his mother. The immortal gifted him a divine battle axe, the Xuanhua Mountain Cleaving Axe. Chenxiang rode the clouds to Mount Hua and shouted for his mother, his voice penetrating layers of rock and reaching her ears. Overcome with emotion, the third lady called him to the cave's entrance. She warned him that Erlang God, her brother, was immensely powerful. Even the Monkey King Sun Wukong had once lost to him. Without the Lotus lantern, Chenxiang stood little chance. She asked him to go and beg his uncle for mercy. Chenxiang flew to Erlang God's temple and pleaded for his mother's release. But Erlang was unyielding and attacked Chenxiang with his three-pointed double-edged spear. Enraged, Chenxiang wielded his divine axe and fought back. The battle raged across skies and seas, mountains and rivers, the heavens and the mortal world. The clash shook heaven and earth. This commotion drew the attention of the celestial elder Taibai Jingxing, who sent 4 fairy maidens to investigate. Seeing Erlang God brutally fighting his own nephew, the fairies quietly aided Chenxiang. With their help, he grew stronger and eventually gained the upper hand. Erlang God was forced to flee, and the Lotus lantern was finally returned to Chenxiang. Chenxiang rushed back to Mount Hua and struck the mountain with his divine axe. With a thunderous crack, the mountain split open. He found the black cloud, cave, and rescued his mother. After 16 long years of darkness and hardship, the third lady finally saw the light of day and embraced her son in tears. Eventually, Erlang God admitted his wrongdoing. Chenxiang was appointed to a celestial position by the Jade Emperor. Reunited at last, the third lady, Liu Yanchang, and their heroic son Chenxiang lived happily together as a family.